Perfect. Perfect.
Holy smokes. Wow. Unbelievable. History. We just watched greatness. We just witnessed history. I don't care about the past playoff failures. I don't care what else you have to say. Anything else tonight is irrelevant. We just watched one of the best games in NBA history. And I just got back from the game, and I feel like the element of timing, just capturing the natural emotion in the moment, is so vital. And, you know, I was in there after the game with my guy, Sean Bernard. Shout out to him. We were live. Appreciate everybody that came through. I know we were a bit late because we were in there chatting it up with some people, and their facial expressions, their reactions were the same as ours. Holy crap. What the heck did we just witness? Did that actually just happen? Did we just watch Joel Embiid go for 70, 18, and 5, 58% from the field? I don't even have the numbers up. I don't have to look at any box score. I just saw it with my own two eyes right in front of me. One of the greatest performances ever. It was the pure will. It was just give me the rock, get out of the way. And oh, by the way, he was doing it against a guy who's like 7'6". I think he's 7'6". Seeing him up close before the game right then and there, he is insane. His hands go below his knees. His wingspan is out the damn building. And he had a pretty good game in Victor Wembanyama. And Joel Embiid decides to, you know what, let me go off for 70. 70, a modern day center who has, just transitioned into one of the greatest scorers maybe ever in NBA history. A guy who has literally revolutionized the game and the position. 70. I still can't believe what I just saw. I am in awe. Sean and I were starstruck. That's how this game left us. I went there thinking I was going to see Joel and Wembanyama go at it, and Joel Embiid had 70 points. He is the greatest scorer of this generation. He is. He is. I know I'll probably get flack for that in the comments, and people are going to bring up, oh, well, he hasn't got past second round. There are dweebs already that I saw on Twitter because I wasn't even on social media, and there's already dweebs in my comments saying, oh, well, he can't do it in the conference finals. Shut up. Come on. What he just did is insane. And, Sean said it best on the post game. They don't get the credit until they do it, until they win it. And it was the same thing with Giannis, with Jokic, right? They got that early criticism in their career. They were still MVP players. They still played at an exceptional level. But once they get the ring, all that other thing gets thrown under the bed. All of it is just garbage at that point. If Joel Embiid gets a ring, and I will add that Joel Embiid has had more to deal with than any of these other superstars. Think about what he's done. He could have requested a trade multiple times like all these other guys. No, he stuck with it. He fought through it. And here he is playing his best ball. After an MVP season, he is playing 10 times better. He has been unlocked by having an actual head coach in Nick Nurse who makes adjustments and, ensures that he improves certain areas of his game. And he's out here having an even better season. I just have never seen anything like it. And when people say he's having one of the most efficient seasons in NBA history, I think there is validation to that. I really do. He was getting triple teamed tonight on many possessions, and you had the no-look pass down low, right? Third quarter, end of the third quarter, into the fourth quarter, he is literally going tit for tat every single possession. It doesn't matter. Give me the ball. Get out of the way. That is his mindset. And I know after the game I saw some quotes. He said, oh, I wasn't trying for it. I wasn't trying to force it. Yeah, Daniel House hogging the ball, by the way. Daniel House needs to get out of the way and give Joel Embiid the rock. He had 34 at half. He had 59 in 3 quarters. He had 59. That was his career high before in 3 quarters. We thought it was amazing when he had 40 in 3 quarters, 59 in 3 quarters. And he goes out there and House, takes the rock and goes and gets fouled and misses free throws. The whole place is booing. Should they have done that? Probably not, but they were frustrated. Everybody wanted to see Joel. And shout out to Nick Nurse for actually being able to read the room. Doc Rivers would have sat Joel Embiid down for the rest of the game. Nick Nurse brought him back in. The Spurs cut the lead. And Joel goes out there, and everybody knew what was at stake. They were giving him the ball. We wanted to see 70, and he just made it happen. Joel Embiid is the first NBA player in history with 70 points, 18 rebounds, and 5 assists in a game. First guy with 70, 15, and 5 in NBA history. He is a center and just dropped 70 points. I don't care who it was against. I don't care how it looked. It doesn't matter. He went out there, and every single time he wanted to score, he did. Right back then, Joel Embiid could not hit a mid-range to save his life. We're talking 5 years ago. His mid-range is the most automatic shot in basketball. He doesn't miss. How do you defend him? You don't. You hope and pray. And Greg Pop before the game is joking around because the Spurs stink. And he's saying, yeah, what do you say? He's going to bust his ass or something? Greg, you got to know better. You just gave more fuel to the fire. Joel Embiid goes out there, and he said after the game, I didn't even warm up. Joel said, I didn't warm up, and I can attest to that. Joel didn't warm up. He came in at the end of warm-ups. I think he took one practice shot, and that was it. This dude can do it every night. Here's Joel Embiid, and I don't know why they didn't give him a nice Sharpie. He's like writing in pencil over here with 70. He went into the locker room. They gave him the silent treatment. Then they're all spraying him with champagne. This dude, with what he's had to go through, he's at 30 years old, and he's had one of the craziest careers ever with everything he's had to deal with, and he just etched his name into NBA history. I think they said he was the 8th guy to ever put up 70, 8th or 9th. Unreal. And it comes on the 22-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant dropping the 81 piece. And he goes out there and sets a franchise record with 70 points. He beats Wilt Chamberlain's 69-point franchise record for the Sixers. And Joel goes out there and drops 70. Here's the video I took from the game. And just listen in, man. Unreal as they're giving him this ovation.
For number 21, Joel Embiid, with a franchise record of 70 points.
Unbelievable. People are going nuts. And you know what the craziest thing is? Brett Brown was in attendance. They showed the picture of them after the game. I saw him on the court. Brett Brown, Joel Embiid, Furkan, Rocco. You're talking about guys that he actually played with as integral pieces of a lineup. That's what Joel has had to deal with throughout his career. And this is the best shape he's ever been in. And I think Tyrese Maxey sums it up best. He says, quote, we cannot take this for granted, not just as teammates, not as an organization, but as fans. Even if you're not a fan of Philadelphia, you are a fan of basketball. You cannot take Joel Embiid for granted, man. What he is doing right now is special. And you know what? I'm going to go above and beyond that, Tyrese Maxey. If Joel Embiid wins a ring, he is one of the greatest 10 to 15 players of all time. One, because of the way he can score and the ease with which he scores, and has helped transition that center position, that mold of a position, into what it is now. Guys like him and the Joker. And in addition to that, what he's had to deal with in his career, what he's had to overcome. The guy almost never even played basketball. And number 3, I think that if he keeps this up, you know, not only will he be one of the greatest players, like he may be in convo for one of the best scorers of all time. Like all time. The ease with which he scores, you got to put him up there with some of these guys, man. I know people will not give him the credit because he can't get past the second round because he's had to deal with a lot of drama and stuff, and he's got to do it in the postseason. But, you know, the way people talk about Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem and these guys, you know, 30, 40 years ago, the way that people talk about them now is how people are going to talk about Joel Embiid in 30 years. They're going to say, remember Joel Embiid? He was an absolute mammoth of a center. He did everything. He helped evolve the game. And when they look back at his career performances, this game's going to be right then and there. And I'm so grateful I got to see it with my own 2 eyes. I've never seen somebody take over a building like that. That was absolutely insane. I will end off by saying this, and I said the same thing in the live stream right after the game. Daryl Morey, you have to do what it takes to make this team a championship contender, whether that's a big splash move, whether that's another role player. I don't care what it is. This team can go all the way. They have the exact glue pieces they need. I'm watching Nico Batum tap the ball out on offensive rebounds like it's his day job. I'm watching Nico Batum get these little plucks on defense, be in the right spots, make the right passes. I'm seeing Kelly Oubre in there doing all the little things. Even Tobias was scoring when he wanted to. and Maxey we know can take over. They need a little bit more, but if they can get there and if you can make the right move and you find the right players, you have to do it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. I don't care about the cap space. I don't care about the future plans. This is the year. Go in, win it. If Joel Embiid is healthy, I know it's a big if, but if he is healthy, this team has never been in a better position to win a championship. They have the mold, they have the chemistry, and they have one of the greatest players that we have ever seen. Get it done. Sixers win. What a night. Historic. Absolutely unbelievable. Whether you hate Joel Embiid, whether you love him, whether you want to, downgrade him for his past, whatever, this was special. And it was every bit of the hype.